Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so first things first, it is November, so it should be the month for eggs, if I'm not mistaken, if I can find them. Alright, best at sell everything, so we'll go ahead and bring them there. Otherwise, today we have one field that does need to be sprayed for weeds. And actually, I think we have a harvest, too. I might delay the harvest, because I need to do the spraying, but I want to try to get some of these fields replanted. Because obviously, it's been a couple of months since we've done the canola here, and, well, it's still just sitting here, so. Oh, when is, canola oil? Was that? Oh, that's this month, too. That is this month, too. Alright, I'm turning around. Turning around. I just thought of that. I was like, I think it's the same month as canola, isn't it? Well, we can get that loaded up, too. Didn't look like there was a ton, like 30 pallets, which I mean is a good amount, but... We'll get these loaded up, too. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting an entire year, basically, and I don't need these piling up even more. It's the last thing I need, so I will just do a quick jump cut. I'll get the canola oil loaded up, and then I'll get everything so that, yeah, sell everything, so. Alright, so I got all the canola oil loaded up, and, oh, just about at the sell point here. We can get everything sold. Should be well over well over $200,000. Should be a pretty good payday. Not that we're obviously desperate for the money, that is for certain. I did want to see how well the green beans were going through on, Oh, it did not sell the first little bit. Well, that's already, what, 229,000? Plus another 22 grand. So I wanted to see if it's going through everything well here. How much we got left. It's went through almost half, would that be? Not quite half, maybe half. So it's gone through quite a bit. We could definitely consider doing the peas into that then. Alright, well, we can go back, we can grab the sprayer, we'll get the one field sprayed, because that's kind of the one of the priority items that has to be done this month. And I do want to start getting some field replanted. Because obviously, if I do the harvest, then I have 3 fields that need to be planted. That doesn't really get me anywhere. I need to get some fields replanted too, so. And I want to say it's soybeans, so it's not like it's has to be done this month. You know, the price is high or anything, so. I will likely be replanting both of the fields hopefully today, and you know, if we have time, I'll definitely consider doing the harvest, but I kind of doubt we will. Probably should get the harvester moved too. Everything's kind of left exactly where it was last time. Normally I prepare a little bit in between videos or for each video. Did not quite have that luxury today, so I'll get this moved out. I was preparing to record the final video for Moss Valley, and I was loading up the bread, and I got about halfway through, because if you're not aware, I think we have 130,000 liters of bread, so there's 100 and some pallets. I got about halfway through loading it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish loading this and still have enough time to record the video. So I will instead have to do that probably after recording this. So then I kind of just quickly obviously hopped in here. I was like, well, it's November, gotta do eggs. And I didn't think about canola oil, but a little bit of a rush in a sense, because I knew I was pretty close to being able to get this video going, obviously, for recording. Because no matter what the series is, I always have some things I end up having to do in between. Whether it's, you know, feeding animals, that's kind of a important thing I do in between a lot. Move products around. Gotta figure out the plan for the day and what needs to be sold. I'll usually get, obviously, trailers loaded ahead of time. Things that kind of help the video go a little bit smoother. That way I don't just have a large jump cut of me loading the trailer or something. It's just, that's already loaded. So, yeah, thankfully I was not in need of a ton of things I need to do today for the start, but still we can get this sprayed fairly quick. I'll have to look at how those fields are doing on like timing. How close are they to being ready to harvest? They're fairly new. Yeah, even if we do the soybeans next month, it's not going to be that big of a deal because it's not like we have other fields waiting also to be harvested. And it doesn't look like anything will be ready next month either, outside of like grass. Obviously, grass is always ready. Well, not always ready, but every 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is, it's ready to harvest. I don't usually do it that often. I think we have a decent amount in the dryer still. But, do that. I usually do that when we don't have a ton going on. Kind of works out well. Because there's always a month or two that's not going to have, tons of harvests or anything going on, or tons of planting or anything. I didn't actually check on the green beans if that needs to be limed or not. I probably should. It's possible it will, so if it does, then we'll probably get it limed. I'm not sure if we'll get it planted then. The priority for planting will definitely be the canola, just because it's sat so long. I want to make sure I get that replanted eventually, otherwise it's just going to sit for a very, very long time. I think we're almost done here. It's always kind of tough to tell. I don't think there's any up there, so that should be everything. I'll double check, but yep, that is everything. And yeah, when I hop over to the JCB, I'll double check that, kind of see if it does need any lime. I think it's been done fairly recent though, so in theory it won't, but I've been wrong before. This is sandy loam. Can I find a loam? Oh yeah. I say I need to find the loam section, because the loam section is generally where it's gonna. If it's gonna be bad, it's there. That's kind of what I've learned. Yeah, you can see. Okay, just double check to make sure nothing's out of date. That is kind of important. Well, let's hop over to the JCB here. I'll get the planter and everything set up. And we'll do the canola. Then we'll just do the lime spreading in that real quick. After that, so. I'm assuming I'm going to have to buy quite a bit of seeds and liquid fertilizer for this, because I think it was fairly low. Yeah, it's pretty low on the fertilizer front. Seeds maybe would be fine, because I know canola doesn't use a ton for seeds. Try not to damage the crop. It might not have damaging crop yet on, but... Alright, let's get over here. We can get this started. It'll be a little bit smaller of a field this time than it was last time. Obviously, we have a production here now. I'll still probably start planting over here. And off we go. I'm just going to do this really corner here first. Without any guidance lines, I don't think the lines would line up super well there, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think that's two different pieces, so... Off we go. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start my time lapse for this. I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done here with the canola planting, so we can definitely go and grab the versatile. We'll get this field here limed. It shouldn't take too long, honestly. Lime spreading is a fairly quick thing to do. Get that turned off, folded. I'll just leave this right here for now. Might have to buy more lime. I might. I think we used a bunch recently now. Like, we probably have a decent amount in here, but we might also just need more than what's in here, so. Yeah, we have 10,000 liters. It might be enough, but I kind of would rather, if possible, have a little bit more. I didn't mean 800 liters when I said a little bit more. We'll put another 2,000 liters maybe. That should be good, I would think. That would be almost 13,000 liters total then. So hopefully that's enough. It's just a re-up. Usually it doesn't use as much. Alright, so I suppose I'll get the steering assist lines on, make it nice and easy. There's a little piece here. Obviously it's never been planted. It's just, it was missed when I plowed it. And I just never went back and re-plowed it up, so... Yeah. So I've noticed that, like, right after the first time, there's a little piece of grass right there. Yeah, it's because I missed it when I did the plowing. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to apply too much. Yeah, very little. Sandy loam areas look fairly decent already, but well, a couple spots need it. Loam was always the worst. I mentioned it before too. It seems to go bad first. So it's just it's one of those things you want to keep it up. That's obviously your best yielding section is usually the loam, so you want to try to keep that as in tip-top shape if you can. Silty clay is your worst, and I think it uses the most seeds and everything. Probably to try to make it decent. I don't know if there's any way to make that decent, though. It's just, in general, a really bad yield, usually. And we should just have one more strip right down the middle now. Like I said, nice and quick. I didn't think doing this here would take too long. Yeah, I'll have to obviously do a bunch of like filling up the cow's food and moving stuff over off camera. There's a lot of things I missed today, so. But it'll get all where it needs to be in between here. Yeah, you see those dark blue sections on the map? That's where it's over. There's too much pH on it. And that is one of those things I don't remember that being a problem in FS22 with precision farming. So it's kind of it's a new problem to have. And I think having too much is also a bad thing. I would assume. You don't want it, you don't want it too much. You don't want it not enough. That's what I'm assuming, at least. Oh, here we go. We are done with this. Oh yeah, we can make sure we get this planted next time. And we'll get, obviously, the soybeans harvested. That is on the agenda. There's not a ton else when it comes to, like, harvest or anything for a little while. But we will have this field here for spraying, this one here. I think more than likely that'll be what we'll end up doing next time. Will be to spray this field, plant this one, and then do the harvest over there. And I think that should be good. Lime-wise, I think. I seem to remember doing it fairly recent, at least. But, maybe I'm wrong, too. Oh, I suppose I'm in the wrong menu to just click on it and visit it. I was about to say, like, immediately when I hopped in here, I saw bad, but it was just because it's too high. Otherwise, it doesn't look bad, so we should be good here. Obviously, I'll have to find a loam section in there and see if it's good all the way through. Is it just one section or what? But yeah, we will take a quick look-see at Restored Food Factory. Obviously, it's been going good. We have quite a bit of jarred green beans here. It is, I mean, this whole pallet section is full. I mean, obviously, it looks like a jar full of green beans. I don't know how else to explain it. That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, I suppose there's a little bit of chocolate here. It's kind of been the negative of running things all at the same time is I get pallets of chocolate when I need it for the chocolate goat milk. You can see right here. I'm not sure if I showed that last time, but yeah, that's what they look like. But, yeah, I suppose that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.